Hi everyone, welcome to Grow Roots. This is Shannon, and today I am going to be planting these beautiful proven winners, Rockin, Fuchsia, Salvia, in my front garden today. In order to make space for them, I will be taking out my snapdragons. I had a lovely row of snapdragons that I planted in October of last year. They were just absolutely beautiful, but they are cool season annuals here in Texas. And so I could try to leave them in my garden. They might over summer here with these hot temperatures. They won't bloom in the heat, but it's time to take them out. I treat them as annuals, and it's time to put something else in that will be absolutely spectacular for our hot Texas summer. And that is the Rockin Fuchsia Proven Winners Salvia. This is my first opportunity to grow this plant, but it is so beautiful. Look at these heart-shaped leaves. Already, like this dark green foliage and heart-shaped leaves, you've just got me with this plant. But then when you look at these beautiful fuchsia blooms that are absolutely perfect for hummingbirds, it's just going to be really spectacular. And it'll be planted like right in front of this sunshine ligustrum. It'll be a beautiful like next layer to that sunshine ligustrum. And I have two of these that are going to go on either side of my garden. So we're going to do a couple other things today. Hopefully I have time, but I also wanted to plant this pink and purple Cuphea that I picked up along with a Proven Winners pink Scaevola in one of my containers out here. So that's the plan for today, and I hope that you'll enjoy. Okay, so just to give you an idea of where the salvia is supposed to go, you can see I've got snapdragons all along this back row here. I do have a, I think it's double mandarin echinacea. You could call it a red color. I'm calling it a pink color because my theme this year is pink and purple for this front garden, and I'm just gonna call this pink, okay guys? But I do think it's kind of a shade of pink, but those mandarin blooms, oh my goodness. So I definitely don't want to take those out. The salvia will be placed right around here once I take the snapdragons out. And then on the other side, I'm taking all of these snapdragons out. I already have the Rockin Fuchsia Purple where I think that's gonna be. If I put it in between there, it's gonna be covered up mostly by my bird bath. And so I'm gonna have one of the Rockin Fuchsia there and the other one right there, and it'll be symmetrical, and those will grow really big, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. They will like stretch out in that spot for sure. Hopefully they don't swallow up the cone flowers too much, but I do think they'll do really well back there. And just to give you an idea, we've got our double raspberry ripple zinnias that were planted last week, and I do have a trick for planting those. You can watch that video. I'll pop the link in the corner of the screen. And then I have Buddy Purple Gomphrena behind that. And oh yes, I still have 2 other plants to plant, and I think I'm gonna plant them there, but I was able to find some Superbena sparkling amethyst at a Walmart in Oklahoma. This was like 6 weeks ago. These poor things have not been planted. They need to get planted today. This is like the last cool morning that we're gonna have for a while. Today is gonna be 85 degrees, and then the rest of this week is gonna be in the high 80s. So anyway, I gotta get these in the ground when it's nice and cool. And so this is the perfect opportunity. It's gotta happen. So here we go. Okay, I just wanted to take just a second to show you all like years of adding garden soil and compost and mulch to this garden bed. This soil is so easy to work with. It's just unbelievable. There's no more clay. There's layers and layers and layers of this organic material. And that's what the plants love. So that's part of, you know, your garden success. I think this is a remnant of a snapdragon I'm trying to pull up. So hang on. There we go. this is what you get when you just layer compost and mulch for years and years and years. Those layers of organic material get deeper and deeper and deeper into your soil, and you know, it's amended. Like, these plants are going to be happy. I am still going to add biotone, as I do with every single new planting. I swear by it. I think that's part of my reason for success as well. But I just wanted to show you, like, this is what your soil looks like after years of, you know, compost and mulch and adding organic materials to your garden beds. All right, so there is one of those beautiful Rockin Fuchsia salvias. It's gonna look fabulous there. I'm slightly worried it will overtake that coneflower or echinacea, the double scoop mandarin, but I think they'll be okay. It's like survival of the fittest in my garden always. And then here's the other one planted on the other side. These will get full sun. And I just love those leaves. They are so gorgeous. Those flowers are going to intermix with the double scoop, which I think will be beautiful. And once those grow, you know, 2 to 3 feet, those are going to get to be about this height. And they're just going to be wonderful, wonderful little statements in the back of that garden. I absolutely love that I picked the Rockin Fuchsia, and I think it's going to do really, really great. Like, it's famous for doing well here in our Texas heat. So the next thing that I hope to do, we'll see if I have time, is I want to plant this pink and purple Cuphea. Here's the specific variety. This is made by Blue Label, and it's called Sweet Talk Deep Pink. Brilliant flowers, complementary leaves. Like, this leaf texture is much different than the Cuphea that I have in my backyard that's red and purple. It's called bat face Cuphea. But anyway, it's sun or part sun, 8 to 12 inches tall, 8 to 12 inches wide, 8 to 14 inches tall. So love that. I think those will do so well here in this pot. This is ice plant that's planted here, and it overwintered. I had these last summer, but I told myself I was just going to let that fill in, but honestly, it's a little bit lackluster. I do have a succulent pot in my backyard that I think I'm going to try to save this and plant it into the succulent pot that I have, and then I can put the Cuphea here, as well as these proven winners, pink Scaevola. And I didn't get the label. This one didn't have the label in it, but I think this is Star Diva, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, y'all. But look at those little fan flowers that are purple in the center and reach out to pink. I think that's gorgeous. And I do definitely have like a pink and purple theme in my garden this summer. So these two together will be fabulous in this container. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, so I got it out, but I am going to reuse this potting soil that was in there. Succulents don't root themselves too very much, and so I'm going to reuse this bottom layer of potting soil, but I'm definitely going to mix other potting soil with it. And so in this container, I filled it with Happy Frog potting soil. It's one of my favorites, you guys. And if you're here in Texas at HEB, they sell 2 quart bags, 2 cubic feet bags of Happy Frog potting soil for $19.99, which I think is an amazing deal. So this is great potting soil. I've had great success with it so far. I'm gonna mix this in with that and also put in some biotone as well. Which is a starter fertilizer, and it gets those roots going and it keeps them from having transplant shock and all of the things. So I'm going to mix that in with the existing soil, and I'm going to mix it together as well. All right, maybe just a little bit on the top here. And then we will make room for that Cuphea, which will be in the back. Oh, spillage always happens. All right, let's see how that goes. All right, so let's place that in there, see how that goes. Oh yes, actually I probably could put a little bit more soil down. And I think that will be perfect. I could move this a little bit further back as well, maybe. All right, that's good. We'll get that in there. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna make room for both at the same time. And since I don't have room in that container, we'll just put this in here so that I can put both of them in here at the same time. Let's see how that does. So we're gonna do 1 and 2. Oh, I love it. That is gonna look absolutely lovely. I'm gonna kind of push all the soil back down around these pots to kind of get their space solidified in there. And then everything that will go up on top is that, you know, that topsoil mixed with biotone. Okay. So now I've got a nice little spot for this pot, and I've got a nice little spot for this one. Put some biotone in there. Again, this biotone is just starter fertilizer. It helps those roots to establish and prevent it from going through transplant shock, and do a good amount there, and then the rest of it's going to go in there. I'm actually going to put a little bit more biotone in with this soil that's going to be added to the top so that it's all over. Okay. Now we're ready. I'm going to put this little plant label in here. I like to do that so I always know what's going on or what plant I have in there if I forget. If y'all are hearing a dog barking, my dogs, it's early in the morning. They love to play. This is their playtime. So, anyway. All right, so we got that Cuphea. And now for the proven winner Scaevola. Oh, those are lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then we're just going to come in and finish all that up to the top of those roots, top of those root balls with all that fresh soil. I think these guys will be nice and happy. Honestly, there's a lot of roots right at the base of this Cuphea that were already just kind of sticking out. So I'm going to kind of put a mound of soil around those to protect those. We're having some hot days here in the next few days, in the high 80s. And so I just want to get those roots nice and protected, covered with soil. Yeah, I ended up using this whole thing, which is just fine. And there we go. Well, maybe I may as well just use all of that. There we go. Okay, lovely. Okay, look how lovely that looks. Oh my goodness, I think those are gonna do so very well. I do still need to water those in. I'll just do that off camera. But I also wanted to let you know I just hooked that up to drip. I have a line that's coming from my drip system that's already in the garden. And so it will get watered automatically whenever the garden gets watered. And then one more look at the other plants. We got that Rockin Fuchsia Salvia. I did plant the Proven Winners Superbena Sparkling Amethyst, which is a fabulous Superbena. I have had such great luck with that, and that will go right behind these Gomphrena and zinnias. Oh, I just can't wait. And then there's that other Rockin Fuchsia Salvia, and one little look at that garden. Wow, I think it's going to be spectacular. I already love it so very much. It's just going to grow and grow from there. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching today. If you like what you saw, you love my gardens, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me so very much. And comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of those plants. What plants are you excited to add to your garden soon? What did you get for Mother's Day? Is it a plant that you're putting in your garden? I want to know all of the things. So please comment down below and let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye, everybody.